It's 6 a.m. and we're traveling about 200 miles to the small town of Chemult, Oregon. For just one weekend, this small town will play host to the largest rally in the world, the Gambler 500. Here we are embarking on our journey to Chemult, which is the base camp for the Gambler. We're gonna go get there early and set up camp and maybe talk to some of the other gamblers to see what routes we should start out taking. Kind of get our feet wet with this a little bit. The goal here is to make sure this thing actually lives through this, which we've driven like what 100 miles, and we've already lost a half a quart, so we just have to top it off.
Half a quart of oil already down. We've been on the road since 6. Since 6 this morning. It's now 9 o'clock. I'm already sweating.
It's hot.
Feels like it's probably 80 already.
It's gonna be hot this weekend.
So we got about another 100 miles to go, I think. 110-ish. And so we'll catch up when we get into Chemult.
We'll be picking it up.
Good deal. There's dumpsters out there, you can't miss them.
Cool. Checked in, bro. It's hot.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be brutal.
This is Mad Max.
Okay. We took a few moments to meet our neighbors and to set up camp before we went out and hit the road.
Where should we go?
I don't know, man. There's lots of places to go.
Just start exploring.
Alright, bitches, let's do this.
Sit. We're officially gambling.
We are!
Oh shit.
Okay, so we just went about 5 or 6 miles up this random road off this other road that we're in, and we came up on one of the many wildfire lookout points that they put them up on the top of crests so that people stay up here and watch for wildfires to let the Forest Service know.
And there's someone here and he said we could go take a look.
So we're gonna go up there. Nick, Tyler, nice to meet you. Yeah, we're doing the Gambler. Yeah, I've heard. I'm not sure what it is. You want to explain it to me real quick? So it's a 500-mile, just kind of a exploration.
This one, we'll drop it.
Basically, you show up. There's a base camp down at the pumice pit.
Okay.
The quarry over there.
All right.
And the idea is that you only spend, like bare minimum, like $500. is
But
what's
you can do
encouraged.
it however you want.
Yeah.
People spend lots of money.
People spend more, but they encourage to only have you spend $500, and then you just go out and see if you can travel 500 miles off road.
Damn, that's so it's just like,
Yeah.
like a loose abstract kind
Yeah.
of like.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
and
it.
they'll at the end of the weekend they award awards for
Does it say how do you award it
Well,
such an abstract?
you
idea?
get like I think they did something like cheapest car.
Yeah.
Who embraces like the spirit of it.
Yeah.
They give an award because one of the big things is that you pick up trash and stuff. And
Okay, so it's like a
It's-
community effort to
yeah.
make the forest better.
Yep.
I dig it.
so we
Hey.
kind of cruise around, stop if we see something, pick it up, pick up trash, and so.
Man, that sounds awesome. Well, you guys are welcome to just chill out if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to, you can take a pair of the binoculars and take a look out.
Oh,
There's all
yeah.
sorts of stuff out there.
Here, I'll take that. Cool, man. Thank you.
No worries.
This is
Just
awesome.
make sure I get them back.
Yeah.
Peak.
There. So that right there is where we left from, I guess.
Sometimes you see stuff going on.
Yeah,
out
Johnny,
there.
leaving Silver Lake and out to Silver Lake.
So have you caught a fire start up here?
I've caught 3 this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what do you do? So basically just give them the coordinates of where it's at?
I imagine you do a lot of plotting on that big bad boy there.
What I'll do is in that little like slit, in that like brass slit right there,
Okay.
I line up the smoke,
Yep.
and then I take that debris on my map, and then I'll take what's called, I use the dragon plot system, which is kind of an advanced lookout like scope system.
Okay.
And then I'll take the pitch, and then I call those numbers into a computer system on one of these 2 lookouts next to me,
Then they triangulate.
and then we triangulate it, and then I just call it all.
So then you can give them the exact coordinates, and they can go out there and put it out.
Exactly. The first fire I got this year was 3 feet by 3 feet.
That's small.
It was cool.
It was cool of Tyler to let us come up to see the fire lookout, but we have lots more miles to cover, so we'd better get back to these silty southern Oregon roads.
We got our first piece of trash.
Like we mentioned to our friend at the fire lookout, one of the goals of this event is to participate in wilderness conservation, and a simple way to do that is to just pick up any garbage you can find and take it back to camp and drop it off at the dumpsters that they provide. A simple effort executed by hundreds of people can have massive results. Here.
Look at that, dude.
That was a productive little spot.
Sorry, D.
Stay in out of the rut. Oh, this is this is nothing for a vehicle with ground clearance, but for a Civic, this is a pretty awesome trail. There's a block.
Awesome trail.
That was an awesome one.
There's like a bunch of these little cinder blocks.
Well, you can't see much.
Oh, you can't.
That's a hell of a pine cone, dude.
It's a big ass pipe. Like the size of my head.
We should stick it in one of the spare tires.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long day, we're covered in dust, and the heat is exhausting. So when we saw signs that were pointing us to a lake, we knew exactly which way we were going. Apparently, we weren't the only ones with that idea.
Oh, it is sandy. Nice.
Oh, gross. I can feel my hair is gritty.
Yeah, I washed my
And I have no hair.
Things are hot in here.
Dunk.
Oh, gross. Ew.
Hot in the seat.
Let's go back. Go back to the lake. Oh.
I
Yeah.
feel so much better.
Yeah, that was
I needed
worth it.
Yeah, it was.
The last few hours of the day are spent exploring more roads and gathering more trash as we make our way back to camp. That was a long night with very little sleep, so some instant coffee is on order as well as a walk around the aftermath of night 1 in Gambler Town. Looking at some maps, we realized that Crater Lake is only about 30 minutes away. So we decided to take off early to check out this national icon. Wow, holy cow.
What is this? Oregon or bust or
It's a
The Gambler 500.
500.
Gambler 500, which is
It's
some sort of
the
race?
goal is to pay-ish like $500 for a car and drive 500 miles on gravel roads off of paved roads, which explains
Enjoy.
this.
Yeah.
Have a great time, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's like super blue though.
And talk to someone at the backcountry station over there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna follow this road up to 62, take 62 south into Klamath Falls, and then we hop on 97 north. We're gonna go to the ranger station that's right there in Klamath Falls, and she said we can get a full-size map of all the logging roads. And she was telling us this one trail, it's 2,300, and it'll take us, it's like 45, 50 miles. That'll take us all the way from Klamath Falls back up to Chemolt, all off-road.
Dope.
Let's do
We
it.
can gas up and Klamath
Yep.
Falls.
We'll get gas in Klamath Falls, and then we'll check the map and head out.
We made our way down to Klamath Falls only to find that the ranger station was unfortunately closed. But we did manage to find some railroad tracks that we know run right along the base camp. So we decided to stick to the forest roads that run parallel until we run back into the camp.
Say this might qualify as 3-digit. Oh, so,
This is not for the ground clearance challenged.
Oh my god.
we found the crossing. Finally.
You don't want to go left.
Well, I think so.
Before long, we ran into a quite peaceful roadblock, but it also gave us time to stop and reconsider our plans.
Just trying to think here. I think our best bet, because we know the railroad tracks run straight through to the pumice pit. So if we just go back out to 97 and then we branch off some road that gets us past this little river here, we should be able to just follow the railroad tracks. And then
Why don't we give an update what our current plan is?
we've been gambling a little bit. I don't know how plausible it is for us to be able to reach our 500-mile goal, just because it is so dusty and disgusting and we are all exhausted already. We've been doing a lot of driving, but we did get to see some beautiful places. I think our plan for now is we're trying to take some access roads back to the camp, which is we're about 40 or so miles south of the camp right now. So that'll give us another 40 miles on our log. And then we're gonna pack up the support vehicle, and then we're gonna head north to a lake called Davis Lake, which is a little bit off the beaten path there, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so that we don't get bothered or anything. And that way we can log some more off-road miles. So
And sleep without bands and crazies and drunk
yes.
people.
So we're gonna go check that out. Hopefully it'll be a little bit quieter over there and a little less dusty, and try and get a good night's sleep.
After picking up the support vehicle, we made our way out to Davis Lake, only to find a swampy-looking marsh. So we continued on, hoping to find a better spot, but at the end of the day, we decided to call the weekend early and make our way home to rid ourselves of all this dust. We called the weekend early, but the Gambler is definitely an event worth experiencing. The fascinating people and the vehicles that they pilot all make this event one of a kind, and it's a great community focused on good times and good causes. Oh, and remember the whole conservation aspect? This year, the Gamblers collected over 27,000 pounds of trash and debris from our forest and wilderness areas. That alone makes this whole weekend a wild success. I think from here on out, it's safe to say that we'll always be gambling.